guys, Absolute Duelist here coming at you with another One Piece video, and in today's One Piece video, I have for you kind of a fun week at locals. This is round one of the locals where people kind of just, we're in the middle of like OP05 and OP04.5, so it was just like, okay, we kind of just want to play different decks, see what kind of strategies we can do, and not just play like Katakuri, Film Dofi, like the meta pretty much. We wanted to try some different things out, and some people were on different things, some people weren't, they were still playing their normal decks. But for this locals, I have round one where I'm playing the Red Purple Kid. You might not be able to tell because I've got a Kaizuko Cards film Wanted Kid on my table. Pretty much my mate received it through the post. It was sent to him by wrongly. He was supposed to get a different one, but he ended up with this one, and he said, I don't want this, you have it. And he gave it to me for the tournaments because I was going to be playing Red Purple Kid this tournament. So we're going to be having some fun playing against Sanji, one of the not so great leaders, but I'm curious to see what my opponent's strategy was and how it could play, because everybody likes a different strategy, am I right? And we're going to have some fun here. So who is going first on this deck? It looks like I am mulliganing or finishing my shuffle there because we want to, make sure it's all good. And let's see. So I'm drawing my 5 cards. Will I be keeping this hand? I do choose to keep this hand, go up to 5 life. And for you guys who don't know what the Red Purple Kid does, essentially what he does is if you have 4 or more life, you are a 4k leader on your own turn. So pretty much he is kind of a weak leader at the start of the game, but it looks like I'm going to put 1 Don to go ahead and swing 5 into his life, and he does choose to take the first hit, and then I play a Black Maria. Now, the way I kind of built this deck as well was I built it in a way where it plays a lot of aggression and a lot of blockers. So it plays around maybe 15 blockers, especially the really good purple ones, and we do choose to take the first life because we want to get down to 3 life as soon as possible. And then play like lots of aggression in the late game with the 10-drop Luffy, with the 8-drop Kid, or sorry, 7-drop Kid to go ahead and gain that extra K power. And then once we're on 10 Don, we can really abuse the leader's other ability that says when this leader attacks, you can neg 1 Don to gain 2k power. So that's kind of what the deck is about. It's kind of about aggression and protection at the same time, where we're playing tons of blockers and then loads of aggressive cards as well. And I play like something on the lines of like 16 2k counters or something in this build. But we're going to go ahead and swing 5 into life again here. Obviously after he played his Dofi and everything on his turn, and it looks like he's thinking if he wants to block, because it is a good choice, and he does choose to take it, putting himself down onto 2 life there. He does have that law blocker, so it's interesting that he chose to take it, but I did play the Gene Bar and everything, so we are now on 6 Don as well, so we're a bit ahead here, which is really nice for us. He's going to go ahead and play the Dracul Mihawk, which is going to allow him to unrest 2 Don. If I believe right now I was like, oh wait, you can't gain the 2 Don, but then I realized no, it's on 3 characters, not 3 or more characters. You can't gain the 2 Don unrested, which is kind of crazy. But he's going to go ahead and swing 5 into life. I do choose to counter it with a Gene Bart there. We've already hit the extra Don, so it served its purpose. And he goes ahead and plays a Toki, which is actually kind of interesting, playing Toki. So maybe he's playing some Yamatos and some Odins to go ahead and facilitate that as a blocker. But it is our turn now. We are on 8 Don. But it looks like we're going to swing 5 into the Doflamingo. Getting rid of that. We don't want it on the board. And what are we going to do with the rest of this Don? Because we do have quite a bit. So it looks like I'm just counting it out a bit, deciding where it wants to go. And what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and put 2 onto our lead and swing for 7, because he is now a 7k leader because we're on 3 life there. And he's going to go ahead and block that with a 1k law blocker. And we're going to go ahead and play a Zoro to swing for another 5 into life. Trying to be a bit aggressive here, like that's how I like to play this deck. Play 3 more to play a Heat. Very good card, Heat. Just being a card that says when you neg a Don, gain 2k power until your next turn, meaning it's essentially a 6k every single turn, especially in the Red Purple Kid deck where you're going to swing, you're going to neg 2, you're going to get a 7k leader, and then you're going to get 2 more k onto the Heat, which means that you can put 1 Don to swing 7 twice, which is really nice. And he's going to go ahead and try and swing into the Zoros, so I choose to block it and counter it to keep that alive. And he plays an Odin and passes. So that Toki blocker is now live, guys. So he does have protection. But we are on our 10 Don turn now. And it looks like I'm just debating if I want to rest 9 Don. There is only 1 card that I play for 9 Don, so it's going to be interesting to see if I did open it in this game. But we're going to swing 5 first. Chooses to 2k counter. Swing 5 again. Chooses to counter that again. No, he does take that life. Sorry, my mistake. And it looks like he's debating if he wants to trigger, and he hit a red rock, getting rid of our heat there, meaning we do lose a swinger. But we go ahead and play a white beard, which is nice, meaning that we're going to swing it for 10k there, because we did put one Don under our leader. So we have a 7k leader right now, which is actually pretty decent, with the 10k white beard as well. So we can effectively clear anything that he does play. And if he does choose to swing with the Mihawk as well, that would be very, very useful. So how is he going to play this? What's he going to do? Because if he has enough Don to remove the white beard, it will put us in a bad situation. Plus, he could go ahead and swing with the Odin to go ahead and remove both of the Jean Bart and also the Zoro, basically putting us in a bit of a sticky situation. So if he has enough Don to commit to that, if he has, what, one onto the Odin and then probably a bit onto the other leader. So he's going to peel off though, so he doesn't have enough Don now to commit to try and swing into the Zoro and the Jean Bart to take away some swings, while also being able to red rock away the Whitebeard, putting him in a bit of a worse situation here, which is a little unfortunate, but let's see where it goes. So he's going to swing 5 into the Zoro with the Sanji, kind of into getting rid of that or discarding cards. Swings 8 into the Jean Bart, okay, so that would leave him with enough Don left to still red rock here, because I didn't choose to counter it with the 4 cards in my hand. Curious what those cards are right now. And I'm looking, I can slightly see my opponent's hand, and he has an Usopp in there. So Rush Usopp would be a bit crazy right now, but sadly it wouldn't be able to kill me, because I am a 7k leader right now, which is a bit unfortunate for him. So let's go ahead and see where this is going to go. We're going to go swing 9 into my life. Do I choose to take it? I do. And I get a Miss All Sunday. Very good card to get there, because it means we get a 5k body on the board. We get to draw a card, all for the price of 1 Dom. And he goes ahead and 3,000 worlds it's away, so we got essentially nothing. But we do get our Don back anyway, so it's not a big deal. And we're going to go ahead and swing 12 into life from the looks of it. Does he choose to take it? Will he have enough to counter it? He does take it, and now pretty much what I do here, I just put all the Don on my leader, right? Or do we just start playing other cards? Because the question is, do we want protection, or do we want to just go for it? Because we are on 2 life, and he does technically have 4 swings next turn. We only have like 5 cards in hand, maybe 6. Like, if we drop some blockers, it could be worth it, just for protection's sake. But the question is, do we have enough to justify the big swing? Because we could technically right now swing for what? No, we're going to swing for 9. Okay, so swing for 9 into his life, because we do Negadon, to go ahead and justify that. He's doing some maths in his head, thinking, is it worth to counter? Does he have enough to counter? And he's going to rest 2 to go ahead. Oh no, he's going to rest 1 to go ahead and Paradise Toski, restanding his Odin. Okay, pretty good there. Does he have enough to do it again? Or is he going to go ahead and counter enough? Because he needs at least another 3k counter. Okay, does he have the counter in hand? Looks like he's just doing the maths, seeing if it's the right number. And he goes ahead, discards a Sasuke and the little girl from Punk Hazard. Okay, and we go ahead and drop 2 blockers and pass turn. Okay, this is what I like about my deck when I was building it. Like, in the early game, we're going to put as much aggression as possible. And then in the late game, we're going to go ahead and start dropping these blockers that you're not going to be able to win with, which is very good. Very good for us indeed. So let's go ahead and see what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and play a Kaya to draw 2 cards. Wonder what he's trying to go ahead and get here. Like, lots of different options that he could potentially draw to try and deal with my board. What will he get? Will he get something good? Will he get something bad? Like, he still needs to trash 2. At least I think he does. I didn't see if he trashed the 2. Did he trash the 2? I think he must have. He must have. There's a Paradise Toski in his trash. That wasn't at the top, I believe. So he's probably trashed the 2 and I've just missed it. Because I looked away from the screen for a second. Right. So it looks like he's separating his Don, thinking what the right number is, trying to get the right area to try and go for game. Because I've got 2 blockers. So as long as those 2 blockers are on the board, he's in a tough situation. Whereas I can just take like maybe the first 2 hits, not really care, and then have the 2 blockers left for protection. So where does he go from here? Does he have the ability to remove the blockers though? Because that'd be good. Oh, he's going to go ahead and Ezo, resting the Law. Okay, that puts him in a better position. He swings for 7. Okay. Do I take the 7? Because he still technically has a 9 and an 8, or 2 9s. And we get a Miss All Sunday, which we go ahead and rest, get rid of 2 Dom, draw a card. And what is this? Another miss all Sunday? Okay, so we neg 2 more Don, get a Don back, and draw a card. And then he swings, I counter it out, and he looks like he's just going to go ahead and scoop there. I swing anyway, and that's the game. But nonetheless, guys, that was a pretty cool game. I really do like the red-purple kid deck, and the Sanji deck did put up a bit of a fight, so it was pretty interesting seeing what that deck was capable of. Playing like the Odin and the Mihawk kind of makes sense as well, along with using the little chump blockers. It's kind of similar to the strategy I have, but sadly it just doesn't have a lot of rush. But guys, that was a pretty cool match to watch. I hope you did enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Absolute Duelist signing out. Later all.